John Roberts hated space, not like broccoli, but a primal revulsion. For John, space was an endless nowhere, a bottomless black that swallowed men whole. He'd spent years in combat zones on Earth. Earth had a floor, a ceiling, an up and a down. But in the void, even down disappeared. No one called John Roberts a coward. He commanded battalions, steady under fire. Yet space, the silence, the cold, the knowledge of a hull breach, paralyzed him in a way bullets never could. But Jen, his sister, made the vast emptiness sound like a pilgrimage. For 15 years, he'd heard her messages from deep outposts. She didn't just survive, she came alive. Space changed her, made her bold, curious, fearless. It gnawed at him. Maybe she found a part of herself John was too scared to look for. Then the military made it easy. Space Marines earned 50 times their pay. As a general, John never had to do anything he didn't want. But these new ships, these glittering technological monstrosities, this was the trap. Humanity stitched alien wonders into metal hulls. The USS Portland was the crown jewel. Word was, someone who understood that darkness would get the command. And suddenly, John's name was on the short list. It should have been an easy no, but John was tired of easy. He filled out the transfer request, his hand steady, though his gut churned. He knew he might vomit through the first 3 months of zero-G. He'd heard about the darkness out there, how it clawed at the mind, how men came back with blank stares or didn't come back at all. Jen went to space to find herself. John thought it took a different sort of fear. For him, this wasn't about discovery. It was about dragging what terrified him, his oldest monster, out into the open to confront it. No simulation could prepare him for real space combat. The klaxon blared aboard the USS Portland. All hands, battle stations, came the Exos voice, too calm. On the view screen was darkness, then movement. Raiders, shields up, ready coil guns, plasma batteries. Tell weapons I want a firing solution, John barked. The crew moved fast, drilled by years of practice. The Raiders came screaming. Portland's guns drew angry lines across the void, ripping attackers apart. But more came. The first breach came with a sickening lurch. Air whistled past John before emergency doors sealed. Sparks rained. Someone screamed. He pressed his glove against a private's wound, blood floating in ruby orbs. Port side battery offline, yelled the tactical officer. Multiple boarding craft attached to Deck C. It happened fast. The war was inside the ship. John led the boarding team. Corridors felt tight. Zero-G turned every firefight into a ballet of spinning limbs and ricocheting metal. He shot at shapes in exosuits, watching them burst apart. It seemed to last forever. Then, silence. The air went thick. Dead bodies drifted. Gravity reasserted itself. John called in a status report. 5 dead, 17 wounded. 3 hull sections sealed, some never to open again. The official report would read success. But John saw the eyes of his Marines, saw what they carried. Each battle was a test of will against the dark. There were more fights in the asteroid belt, near a silent alien wreck. Every victory cost something. A little more innocence scraped away. Another brave soul lost. Each time John wondered if command would be the next thing the darkness claimed. Combat forged bonds, but also scars you couldn't see until you closed your eyes. You learned something out here, only after you bled for it. John used to believe all threats came from outside, but the deadliest wounds the USS Portland took came from humans. Every casualty report made him think of the other side. Out here, in the black, those lines blurred. Space stripped away banners. All you saw was the human animal, fighting for another day of borrowed air. That was the horror, realizing no alien tricked humanity into killing itself. There is a law, older than rockets. Never turn your weapons on your own kind. Out here, far from blue skies, John understood what that law meant. Not as a rule, but as a final plea against the darkness inside people. Once you cross that line, there's no coming back. Space will forgive your terror, but never making war on your neighbor. Every bullet spent on another human is one less for the real nightmares, the ones waiting in the silence. This is the lesson John learned too late. Never attack your own. Not out here. Not ever. Because in space, your enemies are many, but your fellow humans are all you have. Those who forget that, damn everyone else to follow them into the dark.